Hola, mi compadres. Let's talk about fetishes. Now, before we start the video, I gotta explain what a fetish is because you may not know what a fetish is, and that's okay. I don't think you should know what a fetish is by now, but the more you know, the more you'll understand. Now, there are two definitions of fetishes and two ways to categorize a fetish. And a fetish is practically, one way you can describe it, is a weird sexual attraction to, say, inanimate object, a animal, and to a weird body part, right? Or just a body part in general. The other way you can see a fetish is by not really in a sexual way. What I mean by that is that if you like football and you live and breathe football, you have a fetish for football. Not in a sexual way, but just you really like football a lot. So now that we got that out of the way, and if I just tried my best to explain it, we're going to talk about fetishes that I found online. Trust me, it wasn't really hard. I just literally had to Google weird fetish and like thousands of Google images. No, not images. No, I didn't look images, I promise. Thousands of websites came about and, you know, just like, I just picked the 3 random ones. So here are the weirdest fetishes that you've ever heard in your life. That's not going to be the clickbait title that I'm going to choose. Guarantee it. That's just something I came up with just this very moment. So just calm down, calm down. I understand. I'm gonna get flagged for this video, aren't I? Let's start off the video at a good start. Shoe fetishes! Now, I was actually pretty concerned that they actually is a shoe fetish. Didn't really know why, but apparently people get aroused around shoes. A foot fetish. A really common fetish around the internet and just in general life. A lot of people like their feet. Butt fetish. That's even more common. You know, what do you expect? People like their booty. Bondage. I don't feel comfortable actually explaining it. All I can tell you is just, you know, they get locked up, chained, pretty much it. Now we're gonna get a little creepy when it comes to some fetishes out there that you might be asking yourself, is it worth living with all these people? Do I even have faith in the humanity, that we live in? Tree fetish. I honestly didn't know that there was a tree fetish, to be honest with you. Like, I mean, trees are everywhere. Someone having a fetish, it's turned on a lot. Alright, well, sorry to be you. Balloon fetish. These fetishes are getting so stupid. Quick break. I gotta tell you this because I completely forgot. Fetishes can be triggered by childhood incidents that happen. So if you're into bananas and shoving them in weird places, it's probably because of a childhood incident where you accidentally sat on a banana and that changed your life. The references. Can't live without them. Let's get back into the countdown. It's not really a countdown, really, just to be honest with you. It's just random facts that I just found on the internet. Now, I don't claim any of these facts because I literally don't know any of this. I literally had to look it up on Google because Google. A clown fetish. You know, you're just sitting in the circus and then all of a sudden you see a clown in your child. You know, usually some children would be absolutely pissing their pants right now, just screaming out of their minds because they see something so horrendous. But that one kid, that small percentage of children, they see the clown as something so beautiful and sexual, they just lose it. A vomit fetish. Actually, that one I have to think about that. Because how, as a child, would you get how would you get turned on by vomit? Anything, I have a phobia of vomit. I can't stand it, alright? I can't stand it. Someone throws up, I have to throw up because it's disgusting. And that's why I don't like throwing up in public, because it makes me disgusted. And every time, it's just a cycle of death and destruction and just, I can't see why people have fetishes over this. Eye licking fetish. What got you triggered with that? Did your dog freaking lick your eye by accident and you're just like, oh, that feels good, I want to get licked forever? A tentacle fetish. Sorry, people who like hentai, but you're on the list, as expected. A fetish for insects. I like an insect, you know, like I like, you know, like the butterflies, you know. But these people take it to a next level. What they do is literally they grab like, let's say a snail or a cockroach and then put it on their balls and just let it roll around. Again, no faith in humanity anymore. We've gone down to hell. We are in hell. This is really close to hell, guys. Humanity has devolved into something so awful that it just feels like, are we even human anymore? It's like, are we even intelligent? The furry fetish. Ah, yes, the furry fetish. Something that I'd liked talking about for so long that I tried to warn people what's wrong with the furry community, and they have a lot of fetishes and a lot of weird stuff, and the main one really is the furry fetish, and just practically as you get turned on by furry crap, just for me, once I just want to die when I see it. How about a fetish for stealing? You know, I'm not much of a man that steals. I'm not saying that I'm perfect, that I haven't stolen before. Of course I have, but not when, you know, this age. When I was younger, but never in my life as I expected someone actually getting turned on stealing something. You're just during the crime, you just get a big one. Very weird. Human brain. Very weird. A criminal fetish. No, I'm not saying that you get a, you know, you don't get turned on by doing criminal things. No, I'm literally saying that you get turned on when someone mentions a criminal's name. That's literally it. Like, Bonnie and Clyde. That turned that guy on. That turned Bobby on. Frickin' what? How does that make any sense? Why would you want to get turned on? Well, that's practically all I had to say about fetishes. There are like 1,000 other fetishes, like a life jacket fetish, which I figured that out on Twitter, where somebody literally put on their profile they have a kink for frickin' life jackets, and I was really shocked into that. I'm like, really? Life vests, not feet, not anything that would be kind of like, you know, makes sense. No, life jacket. Okay, that makes sense. Thanks everyone for watching this video, and for those of you who made it for the end of this video, I applaud you. You wanted to know something good, and just you wanted to make sure your fetish didn't make it on this video. So you're good for now if you haven't made it on this video. But if you did, you know, like, I would say it would be considered bad because, you know, these fetishes are really awkward and weird, and you probably need to get that fixed. So, go to a doctor, go to a psychiatrist, you know, practically. Am I saying there's something wrong with you to an extent? Yes, but not completely wrong with you. It's like, oh, it's your fault because you wanted to have that fetish. Not exactly. Sometimes it happens out of a freak accident and it's not your fault. So don't worry, it's not necessarily your fault unless you, you know, wanted a fetish out of, like, this hat. Like, that would be your fault. Thanks everyone for watching this video. As I said like 1,000 times already, if you liked it, give it a like, support the Red Guard, and this is Brian the Bold, signing out, maybe for the last time. Who knows? Stay bold out there. Ciao!